We're gonna do the Swedish Knäckebröd, the crisp bread, you would say.
Yeah, hard tack sometimes I've heard it called.
Hard tack?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. This is like a traditional hard bread from Scandinavia, Sweden. It's very un-American, the most un-American bread. Well, perhaps not compared to the East Block's panzerbread. Sweden is landet lagom.
Yeah.
The Goldilocks zone of everything. So our hard bread tastes good and isn't that hard.
You can chew it with normal human teeth.
And you could say that when we grew up, food was more expensive. You got like 2 strips of bacon to your meal.
Yeah.
And we didn't fill up on that. But then you had the knäckebröd. And that was great because you could like take 5 or 6 of these and just...
Knäckebröd is cheap. No one cares if you ask for a second. Give the kids as much knäckebröd they want. Costs nothing on the household budget. The knäckebröd usually came in round pieces. And there was always a hole in the middle.
We got some here.
Oh, you have an example there. Yeah.
Like this.
And this is because this is how you hung them up to dry.
Yeah, because you want to store the knäckebröd high up so it doesn't go soft.
Yeah.
Normally we store these above the refrigerator because that's a perfect place. It's dry and it's always warm.
Yeah.
And as a teenager, I usually just put butter on all of it, took some caviar and squirted all over the thing and just chewed this as a between dinner snack.
Yeah, one of these will keep you till dinner.
Yeah. Well, nowadays I usually break them up.
You want to make it like a triangle or
triangle, yeah, because you got the cheese there. The cheese is normally made in a round block, and when you slice it up, you get this triangular form. If you're in the store and want to buy some knäckebröd, you might find it in this shape. We got some other good to know stuff. One of the first thing is when you're buttering your knäckebröd or normal sandwiches, you should have a wooden knife,
butter knife.
And the reason for that is when you put it in the butter and you get some butter on the handle, the wood like soaks in the butter.
It doesn't get all oily and slippery.
Yeah, because if you have a plastic one or a metal one, you'll get butter on your fingers. Well, in Sweden you don't have butter fingers because we have wooden knives to spread our smör.
Everyone should have for butter, and usually find it in some craft shop or whatever.
And we have another thing with the package.
Yeah.
We got a new one here. You take off the lid, you rip off the foil, and perhaps you use some butter, and then you're going to put it back in the fridge.
You want the lid on it, but you can't put the lid on here.
Yeah, because it's going to fall off. This is no good.
And you don't want to also maybe have to put it in the dishwasher just for one sandwich. You're going to have another sandwich in the evening in a few hours.
You want your wooden butter knife in the package all the time because it's best like that.
That's practical.
The solution for this is you take your handy scissors, cut it like this, a wavy shape. And you snip off this end, that's important. And then you cut small strips of it so it becomes like a brush almost. Then you put it on and you got a sleek design here. You can slide it into the refrigerator.
And now we're going to try some of the different knäckebröd.
Which one do you want to start with?
The Falu Rågrut. I always thought it was a bit more modern.
Yeah, it has a weird design.
The good thing about Falu Rågrut is it's very much place for butter.
Oh yeah, well we'll tell which side you should butter it on.
Yeah, that's also important.
I would say you would have butter to your knäckebröd. And then you can have mostly anything like ham, salami is kind of weird, but that works.
Yeah.
If you're in Sweden, you have a cheese that doesn't taste anything.
These breads have 2 sides. This is the top side. Here's the bottom side. And the top side is, of course, better to put your butter on because you get more butter on it. Put on some here. See how much butter is fitting everywhere?
Yeah, fill in those cracks.
Yeah. Whereas I usually would not do this, but see on the back side? Look, poor man's side.
Yeah, poor man's side. Hardly any butter there.
This is
much
what you want.
Well, butter was really expensive back in the day too, so if you smeared your butter on this side, everyone knew you were rich.
Yeah.
Like in other cultures, you wear gold necklaces and stuff like that. In Sweden, we have butter on the right side or the wrong side of the knäckebröd.
Yeah. Just want to show off your wealth by using the correct side.
Can you hyvla some cheese?
Yeah, well, I have a couple of cheeses here. No expenses spared.
And Marcus, what are you using there?
Yes, sir. Oh, this is my cheese slicer.
Yeah, osthyvel in Swedish.
Yeah. The Norwegians like to take credit for it.
Yeah, the Norwegians take credit for this, but we'll say it's Swedish.
Yeah, I don't dare to Google it because I've always thought it was a Swedish thing, so we'll see. But in its way, it's very practical. Here, have some cheese.
Oh, skål. Oh. Here's a problem with this type of crisp bread. You see, because the squares are so big, They fall off.
It breaks easily.
Yeah, and that's a problem. So this is not my favorite type of bread, but it's good taste to it. When I'm chewing it, it's like it just breaks up.
Because you have very small underlip. You have to use your underlip to get it under.
To catch everything.
So first the underlip and then the bite.
Now this is a common Swedish breakfast drink. It's called O'boy, and it's chocolate powder. Very common. The thing is that in Sweden we don't say like, I can pass the chocolate powder, even if it's another brand. We say O'boy.
Yeah.
So it's like a Google. You Google something, you drink some O'boy. Let's go for the next one.
All right, Husman.
This is
The normal kind.
the normal kind, and I think when we grew up there was only one kind, more or less. Which one do you want?
Ooh, this one.
I see
it's
that
a bit
because
cracked.
this is a corner piece. It's a bit burned there.
But mine got cracked anyway.
It brings us back to our childhood.
Have your Sunday meatballs or whatever food you're eating?
Should we do a classic with this one?
Yes.
Caviar and egg. So go for it. Have a hard-boiled egg. Slice it like that. If you're curious about the caviar we're using here,
We have a whole episode about it.
yeah, exactly. The eggs make it more to a sort of a meal. Knäck då, skål.
Skål.
It blends nicely. The salty caviar.
And the egg, yeah.
I've got everything. You got the crispy stuff, because everyone knows that crisp tastes better for some reason. You got the salt, and then we have the chocolate O'boy here.
Well, this is our lunch, so I mean, we're enjoying it.
Yep. Oh. But this Husman, why is it your favorite?
It fits for everything. And also, as you saw on the Falu, Rågrut, and some of the other ones, they're more brittle, and they break up easily. They're tough enough to make sandwiches of.
Yeah. Lagom. Oh.
Now for sport.
Yeah, we got the sports. This is like my go-to bread.
Ah, your favorite.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you'll see now, these are much thicker, and you see here, there's like fibers and stuff on that. So what should we have on this one then?
We can do it fancy this time because it's for you guys on YouTube.
It's more of a, what do you call it, a filler-upper.
I can imagine. It feels almost heavier too.
We'll do a nice shape this time. Since I have a mustache, but you also have that,
Yeah.
I'm putting the cheese on top of the caviar.
So
it doesn't mess up my mustache.
it's a good working plan for that. And also it keeps the cheese from sliding off better.
This is like a stress test. You can have it when you're running around and eating.
Well, since I only eat this at like Christmas and stuff, then usually I don't have any special rules for it. You can do it whichever way you like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more rugged.
The jaws get themselves a workout. That's why it's called sport, maybe.
Oh, I'm getting it all over my chest. There's a trick to avoid the crumbles, and it's the push out your jaw so you get an underbite, and everything falls into your mouth.
Lip action.
Like so.
Perfect.
Well, we got Frukost Knäcke. Breakfast,
Breakfast.
yeah, for breakfast for some reason.
Usually
Oh yes, this is milder. This is like for Christmas, definitely.
Uh-huh.
The luxury version. The thing is, it's a very different kind of knäckebröd.
It's very light
You see it from the...
in color.
Yeah, you see it in the color, and it got some seed stuff on top of it. What do you want on this one? Just butter, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna try because since I don't buy them so often, I want to taste why.
I remember we had this in school sometimes.
Right.
I usually took one just because to be a little bit fancy, and then I ate Husman for the rest of the...
Yeah, you see them everywhere at buffets and restaurants and stuff, so it's not uncommon, but...
Oh, take for it. It tastes more like some kind of, not cake, bulle, what is it?
Some kind of pastry.
Yeah, some pastry tasting. I think you should have this like on a Friday afternoon when you have some guests over, like your boss from work.
Now you bring out the fancy
the
knäckebröd.
fancy knäckebröd. Because if you bring out the normal everyday stuff, it would be a sign of weakness or something like that. But now when we've done this, we got some extra features also. Here we have a knäckebröd box.
Yeah.
If you see one of these, it's kind of weird shape. That's because when you open it,
Yeah.
Here Marcus, please take a knäckebröd.
Thank you. The squares and the triangles.
Another thing is that if you're trying to buy some knäckebröd sometimes, you can find this. For instance, this is a Fröknäcke made from seeds, and this is not knäckebröd. But it's very tasty. It's like if your boss's boss is coming to visit,
Then
you could take the Frukost bread and give it to your boss, but then when the
the boss's boss.
yeah, or the mayor in town comes, you should serve Fröknäcke, because this is very tasty.
Fancy stuff.
But it's not knäckebröd. You shouldn't have butter on these. I'll try it without.
Like a biscuit. I think if you're raised on soft bread, when someone like offers you knäckebröd, it feels like a punishment.
Yeah.
It is, of course, very tasty, but it's something you kind of grow up to learn to like. It was kind of tasty, though.
Yeah,
It wasn't real knäckebröd, but it was a tasty...
Fröknäcke is great, but it's not real food. It's more like a
tasty biscuit.
a healthy dessert.